Welcome, history enthusiasts, to the sun-drenched shores of ancient Troy. Prepare to witness the clash of civilizations, the rage of heroes, and the cunning of gods. Join us on History and Stories as we journey back in time to experience the legendary siege of Troy. Imagine the Aegean Sea, a sparkling expanse of blue, reflecting the brilliance of the midday sun. Now, picture hundreds of ships, their sails billowing, their oars churning the water into a froth. They carry warriors, the bravest of the Achaean kingdoms, united in their quest for vengeance and glory. Their target? The mighty city of Troy, its towering walls a testament to wealth and power. The siege of Troy is more than just an ancient conflict. It is a story that has echoed through millennia, inspiring poets, playwrights, and artists alike. Homer's epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, immortalize the heroes and the battles of this legendary war. But how much of the legend is rooted in historical fact? Join us as we delve into the heart of this epic confrontation, separating myth from reality, and unraveling the truth behind the siege of Troy. Subscribe to History and Stories for more captivating tales from the annals of history. The seeds of conflict were sown long before the first Achaean ship touched Trojan sand. It all began with a wedding, a golden apple, and a fateful choice. Eris, the goddess of discord, angered at being excluded from the festivities, tossed a golden apple inscribed to the fairest among the goddesses. Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite each claimed the prize, sparking a divine dispute. To resolve the matter, Zeus, king of the gods, appointed a mortal judge, Paris, a prince of Troy. Each goddess offered Paris a bribe. Hera promised him power, Athena offered wisdom, and Aphrodite tempted him with the love of the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen, wife of Menelaus, king of Sparta. Driven by desire, Paris chose Aphrodite, winning Helen's love but igniting a war that would consume Troy. The abduction of Helen by Paris, fueled by Aphrodite's influence, was an insult that could not be ignored. Menelaus, outraged and heartbroken, called upon his brother Agamemnon, the powerful king of Mycenae, to help him avenge his honor and reclaim his stolen bride. Agamemnon answered his brother's call, assembling a vast army from across the Achaean kingdoms. The greatest warriors of the age heeded the summons: the swift-footed Achilles, the cunning Odysseus, the mighty Ajax the Great, and many more. 1,000 ships, their decks teeming with armed men, set sail across the Aegean, a fearsome spectacle of bronze, wood, and determination. The journey was not without its perils. Storms battered the fleet, testing the mettle of even the most seasoned sailors. The gods themselves seemed to toy with the Achaean forces, delaying their advance with unfavorable winds. But through it all, the desire for vengeance burned bright, propelling them ever closer to their destiny. After what seemed like an eternity at sea, the Achaean fleet finally reached the shores of Troy. The sight that greeted them was one of both awe and trepidation. The city stood proud, its massive walls seemingly impenetrable, guarded by a fierce army led by King Priam and his valiant son Hector. The stage was set for a confrontation that would determine the fate of nations and echo throughout history. The walls of Troy were legendary. Built by Poseidon, god of the sea, they stood as a testament to Trojan might, seemingly insurmountable. Behind these formidable defenses, the Trojans prepared for the Achaean assault. King Priam, a wise and aged ruler, placed his faith in the gods and the strength of his army. The Trojans were no strangers to warfare. They were skilled warriors, their ranks bolstered by fierce allies from neighboring kingdoms. Leading their defense was Hector, Priam's eldest son, a paragon of Trojan virtue. Brave, noble, and devoted to his family and city, Hector stood as a bulwark against the Achaean onslaught. For 10 long years, the siege raged on. The Achaeans established a sprawling camp on the beaches, launching wave after wave of attacks against the city. The Trojans, secure behind their walls, countered with fierce sorties, their arrows darkening the sky. The plains around Troy became a grim tableau of battle, littered with the bodies of fallen heroes. Section 5. Heroes clash on the plains of Troy, Achilles versus Hector. The Trojan War was a tapestry woven with tales of individual heroism and tragedy. None shine brighter than the rivalry between Achilles and Hector. Achilles, the Achaean champion, was said to be the son of a goddess, his body practically invulnerable. He was a whirlwind of rage and grief, his fury on the battlefield unmatched. Hector, the Trojan prince, was the shield of his city, a skilled warrior and a compassionate leader. He fought not for personal glory but for the love of his family and the preservation of his people. The clash between these two titans was inevitable, their destinies intertwined by fate and the machinations of the gods. Their final duel was a spectacle of both awe and terror. Achilles, fueled by the death of his beloved companion Patroclus at Hector's hands, fought with the fury of a god. Hector, knowing he faced a near-invincible foe, fought with courage and desperation, defending the honor of his city to his dying breath. Section 6. The gods intervene. Divine favor and fury. The Trojan War was not merely a conflict between mortals, it was a battleground for the gods themselves. The Olympian deities, divided in their allegiances, intervened in the war, their actions shaping the course of the conflict. Aphrodite favored the Trojans, her love for Paris and her promise to him fueling her support. Hera and Athena, still harboring resentment over the judgment of Paris, sided with the Achaeans, their divine wrath raining down upon Troy. On the battlefield, divine intervention manifested in miraculous feats of strength, sudden shifts in fortune, and even the appearance of the gods themselves. The tides of war ebbed and flowed with the whims of the divine, leaving mortals to grapple with the consequences of celestial gamesmanship. The gods' involvement added a layer of complexity and unpredictability to the war. Heroes who might have otherwise triumphed found themselves struck down by divine wrath, while those seemingly doomed to defeat were granted miraculous victories. The Trojan War became a stage for the gods to play out their own dramas, with mortals caught in the crossfire. Section 7. The Fall of Troy. Cunning, Betrayal, and Carnage. For 10 long years Troy resisted the Achaean siege, but even the strongest walls crumble against cunning and deceit. It was Odysseus, the most cunning of the Achaean commanders, who devised the strategy that would finally breach Troy's defenses. The plan was audacious, relying on Trojan naivete and a willingness to believe in miracles. The Achaeans constructed a giant wooden horse, an offering to Athena, goddess of wisdom, or so the Trojans were led to believe. In reality, the horse's hollow belly concealed a contingent of Achaean warriors, led by Odysseus himself. The rest of the Achaean army feigned retreat, sailing their ships out of sight, leaving the horse behind as a supposed testament to their defeat. The Trojans, believing the war won and eager to claim their prize, dragged the horse within their city walls, unaware that they were sealing their own doom. Under the cover of darkness, the Achaean warriors emerged from their wooden prison, opening the city gates to their comrades who had sailed back under the cover of night. What followed was a night of carnage and destruction. Troy, once thought impregnable, fell. Section 8. The Aftermath, a Legacy of Legends. The fall of Troy marked the end of an era. The city lay in ruins, its streets stained with the blood of its defenders. The few survivors were scattered, left to rebuild their lives amidst the ashes of their former glory. The Achaean victors, weary from years of war, returned to their homes, carrying with them the scars of battle and the spoils of victory. But the legacy of the Trojan War extended far beyond the battlefield. The stories of the heroes who fought and died there, of the loves lost and the sacrifices made, became woven into the fabric of Greek mythology. The Trojan War served as a cautionary tale about the perils of hubris, the destructive power of passion, and the fickle nature of fate. The Siege of Troy, though shrouded in myth and legend, offers valuable insights into the history, culture, and values of the ancient world. It reminds us that even the most powerful empires are not invincible, and that even the greatest heroes are subject to the whims of fate. Section 9. Join the journey. History and Stories awaits. Thank you for joining us on this epic journey through time. The Siege of Troy, a tale of love, war, and destiny, continues to captivate and inspire us millennia later. It reminds us of the power of storytelling, the importance of understanding our past, and the enduring allure of history's greatest mysteries. If you found this journey through the ruins of Troy engaging, be sure to subscribe to History and Stories for more captivating tales from the annals of history. Together, let us continue to explore the past, unravel its mysteries, and keep the stories of our ancestors alive.